In ancient times, the story of Persia began when people from Central Asia, known as the Indo-Iranians, moved into what is now Iran. They were mainly shepherds, traveling with their animals and using chariots pulled by horses. Arriving around the Zagros Mountains and the Persian Gulf, they settled near another group called the Medes. Our knowledge of this period largely comes from Herodotus, an ancient Greek historian who lived later. According to him, around the 6th century BCE, a guy named Cyrus took charge. He was from the Persian royal family and had big plans to free Persia from Median rule. Cyrus was clever. He reorganized Persia's military and government, following what the Medes were doing. Then he challenged the Medes and they agreed to let him rule. This marked the birth of the Persian Empire. But Cyrus didn't stop there. He expanded the empire by conquering other lands, including Babylonia, which made his empire the biggest in the Near East at that time. Ancient cities like Nimrud and Nineveh falling to the might of the Medians who, with Babylonian aid, claimed dominance over northern Iraq. But every rise invites new challenges, and soon the Medes found themselves embroiled in conflict with the Lydians. This wasn't just any war. It was marked by a celestial event, a solar eclipse that both sides interpreted as an omen. Did they wonder what the heavens foretold as they laid down their arms? Cyrus I, tracing his lineage through Median royalty, saw his opportunity. He overthrew Astyages and expanded Persian influence, catching the eye of Croesus, the Lydian king hungry for power. Crossing the Halys River, a boundary both geographic and symbolic, Croesus sought counsel from a Greek oracle. Did the oracle's prophecy, warning of a great empire's fall, unsettle him? Or did it embolden him to challenge Cyrus? The clash came, and after a fierce struggle, Cyrus's Persians emerged victorious. Sardis, where the Lydians retreated, fell to the Persian onslaught. Lydia became part of the burgeoning Persian Empire, stretching from Asia Minor to the fringes of Arabia. Cyrus's vision extended further towards Babylon. Mesopotamia and Palestine soon fell under Persian control, solidifying their dominance. But fate is fickle, and in 530 BCE, Cyrus met his end while campaigning against the Massagetæ. His son, Cambyses, continued the expansion, notably conquering Egypt. Yet his reign was marked by cruelty, a stark contrast to his father's leadership. Cambyses' death in 522 BCE left Persia vulnerable, paving the way for impostors and conspiracies. Just like Cyrus, many individuals have left their mark on world history. From Buddha to Ashoka, these legends have shaped our world in incredible ways. If you're interested in learning more about them, be sure to watch our video, Significant Individuals. After Cyrus, his son Cambyses took over. He continued expanding, adding Egypt to the empire. Things were going well until a revolt erupted in support of Cambyses' brother. This left the empire in uncertainty and paved the way for Darius I. Darius I was one of Persia's most famous and powerful leaders. He took control in 522 BCE and faced the challenge of solidifying his rule. He commissioned grand inscriptions and married into the royal family to strengthen his position. Darius reorganized the empire into 20 districts called satrapies, each governed by a trusted noble. To maintain control over this vast empire, Darius employed various strategies. He established royal officials to audit the satraps, stationed military garrisons across the empire, and built a network of royal roads for efficient communication. Darius also undertook massive construction projects, including grand palaces and infrastructure like canals and underground tunnels for irrigation. Darius's rule brought prosperity and stability, earning him accolades as a great ruler despite one notable misstep. However, the Persian Empire's zenith was followed by its decline. The failed invasions of Greece under Darius and later Xerxes marked significant setbacks. Despite overwhelming numbers, the Persians faltered against Greek resilience and strategic brilliance. Xerxes' flight from the battlefield sealed their defeat in the Second Persian War. Persian society was structured into different groups, from enslaved individuals at the bottom to the ruling elite at the top. The king, seen as the earthly representative of the god Ahura Mazda, commanded absolute authority. The empire was diverse, encompassing people of various religions and cultures, all under Persian rule. The Persian army was vast and diverse, with skilled infantry and elite units like the Immortals, who served as the king's personal guard. They were trained in archery, horseback combat, and infantry tactics. Zoroastrianism was the dominant religion, founded by Zoroaster, focusing on the eternal struggle between good and evil. It influenced Persian culture and even had an impact on other religions like Judaism. Despite its size and diversity, the Persian Empire maintained a system that respected the cultures and traditions of its subjects, fostering a multi-ethnic and multi-religious society. The empire began to unravel from within. Successive kings lacked the prowess of their predecessors, corrupt and self-serving. As internal strife grew, Alexander the Great seized his chance. With Persia weakened by infighting and poor leadership, Alexander's conquest was swift and decisive. The once mighty Persian Empire succumbed to his ambition. The fall of the Persian Empire wasn't just a result of external forces. It was a culmination of internal decay and leadership failures. As Alexander's empire spread, Persia's legacy endured in the annals of history. But how did the decisions of its leaders shape its ultimate fate? These are questions that echo through the ages, reminding us of the fragility and resilience of empires, past and present. The Persian Wars, fought between Greece and Persia in the 5th century BCE, were more than just battles. They were clashes that shaped the course of history. Imagine a time when mighty empires collided, each seeking dominance over the other's lands. It's a tale of bravery, strategy, and the enduring spirit of a civilization. It all began with Persia, led by King Darius, eyeing Greece's city-states, perhaps to bolster his prestige or to quell rebellious borders. The Greeks, proud and defiant, refused submission, setting the stage for conflict. But why did Persia want Greece so badly? Was it merely about territory, or did it go deeper into the realm of power and influence? In 490 BC, the Battle of Marathon unfolded. Just 192 Greek lives lost versus thousands of Persians, a victory etched in legend. But some question arises. Why did the Greeks win? Was it their superior tactics, their unyielding unity, or something else altogether? Fast forward to 480 BC, and King Xerxes of Persia sought revenge. The Battle of Thermopylae became a symbol of defiance as Spartan King Leonidas and his small band held off the Persian advance for days. Meanwhile, at sea, the Greek fleet faced a daunting challenge at Salamis. Imagine the clash of triremes, Greek warships powered by oars, armed with bronze rams, against the Persian armada. Amidst the chaos, Athenian general Themistocles devised a bold plan, turning the tide of battle. Victory at Salamis wasn't the end. In 479 BCE, at Plataea, the largest hoplite army in history rallied against the Persians, securing Greece's future. After these decisive battles, Greece celebrated, but Persia endured. Xerxes returned home, his empire bruised but far from broken. And Greece? It flourished. The victories ushered in a golden age of art, architecture, and democracy, a legacy that still shapes our world today. However, one of the key social trends was the rise of Persian landowners. When the Persians conquered new territories, they didn't just take over lands, they redistributed them among their nobility and officials, spreading Persian influence far and wide. And speaking of farming, agriculture was the backbone of the empire's economy. The Persians invested heavily in irrigation, using innovative methods like the qanat to bring water to arid lands. Can you picture the transformation of barren landscapes into fertile fields, bustling with activity? But it wasn't just farming that thrived. Trade boomed across the empire. With standardized weights, measures, and a single currency system introduced by wise kings like Darius the Great, commerce flourished. In bustling marketplaces where merchants from different corners of the empire exchanged goods under the protection of well-maintained roads and a unified legal system, religion played a role too. The Achaemenid kings were known for their tolerance, respecting the beliefs of their subjects. From funding the restoration of temples in Egypt to allowing Jewish exiles to rebuild their holy sites in Jerusalem, the empire fostered religious diversity. Can you imagine living in a time where different faiths peacefully coexisted under one empire? And let's not forget the cultural achievements. The Persians left their mark through magnificent architecture and art. Imagine walking through the grand palaces of Persepolis, adorned with sculptures depicting scenes of tribute and power. These buildings, influenced by Babylonian and Assyrian styles, yet uniquely Persian, stood as symbols of imperial might. Even the landscapes were designed with beauty in mind. Persian kings created lush gardens and parks, inviting places where royalty could relax and enjoy the splendor of their empire. Can you envision strolling through these ancient paradises, surrounded by exotic plants and sculpted beauty? From their opulence of their royal households to the far-reaching trade routes that connected distant lands, the Persian Empire was a marvel of its time. It shows us what can be achieved when diverse peoples come together under visionary leadership, shaping a civilization that echoes through the ages. And that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to watch our next one about important figures in history. Head over to our channel and check out significant individuals to learn about the people who shaped our world. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. And we'll see you in the next adventure.